Good morning, class. In this session, we see the remaining polynomial operations, what we have been discussed in earlier class. So, I will explain in a quick recap. So, in yesterday's class, we have been discussing polynomial ADT. We are writing the operations to be performed by the polynomial by using ADT. Why we are mentioning it is an abstract data type means whenever we are executing or whenever we are trying to access that code, there is no need to call the code eventually or whenever you are performing the operation. Once it is being created, what it is doing is it is been performing the operation only without loading the code what it is been representing. So here these are the set of the operations we are having under these polynomials, and this is the representation I've been explaining these ADT. ADT is having the application program and the data structure which is being represented, which is using the data structures we can use for processing either we can use the arrays or linked list or the records. And what are the functions it is been means what are the functions which are using these data members, or whether it may be the public functions or the private function. There is no need to access the functions or the hold the data here. What it is doing is it is directly performing the operation what we are created. So here in creation of a polynomial, what we have to do, we need to mention what is the highest degree of that polynomial has to be mentioned. Being taken with the help of these template classes, and we are also using the scope resolution operation for that representation, also for specifying their methods. And see here we are declaring the degree as D. So whatever the number that is the highest degree number you are passing will be considered as a D here, and we need to take these things, that is the array size could be +1. Yesterday also I told you the highest degree what we are representing is not the array size, because the degree includes only the starting from 1 to 4, but there is also the x naught will be there. So that's why what we need to do, we need to store the value of that one. We need to take an extra space here. So that's why what we are doing, we are considering from 0 to n value what we are giving. So here in this representation, we are using T as a array representation which is being specified as a D +1. Whatever the value you are giving will be added the one, and then we are giving the size of that one. Whatever the array is been creating, this array will store the coefficients. So like this, the coefficient will be stored in this one. Degree is initiated to D. Now I have to study about the day the places what we have been taken. So here, if I am calling p dot create poly of 4, so what I have to do, I am providing the value here is the degree here is 4. So what is the size of an array here? So we need to take another value which is equals to 5. So 4 plus 1, 5 values has to be taken, and initially the degree here will be 4 only. Okay, so here we are starting from 0. Here we are starting from 0, and here the degree will be 4. Then there is no problem. If you are starting from the 1, then you need to display the degree +1 value. So here the value is also 4 here. So we need to initialize the values of the, means how many values are there? There are 4 such values. What are they? 0, and then 5 such values, 1, and then 2, and then 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 4. That's all. So what I have to do for int I equals to 0, s int I equals to 0, I less than or equals to degree. I value is 0. Here, the value of these will be compared 0 less than or equal to 4. As it is true, then what it is doing? It is inserting at the subscript 1. So, sorry, at the subscript 0, what it is doing? It is inserting 0. Okay. Next, incrementation will done 1 less than or equals to 4. Again, we will check. So, as it is true, what it is doing? It is been specifying that now the value has been increased. So, that is the I value 1 will be included a value which is 0. 2 less than or equals, incrementation will perform 2 less than or equals to 4, and then 3 less than or equals to 4, and then 4 less than or equals to 4. After that, 5 less than or equals to 4, which leads to the fail of the condition. Then what happens? It won't consist of any data here. So what it is doing? It is entering the values of 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all. So it has to create a space which is being specified, has to create a space which is being specified as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here, if it is true, we need to insert null values into that one. If you see the next slide, see here, 0 less than or equals to is also all the things are true. That's why has been taken 0, 0, 0, 0 representations. Whenever it is reaching to the, there is a fifth point, there is a fifth value. What it is doing, it is incrementing to the 4 plus 1, 5. So what happens here? It fails and it won't enter any data. It stops the initialization of an array there itself only. So that's about creation. Next one, read poly. Read poly means we will give the value to the coefficient, that is the exponent there. We have chosen the value here is the degree here is 4. So throughout these operations, the degree will be 4 only. And how we are going to read poly means we are having multiple values. For that's why we are using a loop here. For int I equals to 0, from where the subscript 0 has to start. So the same representation here, I less than or equals to degree, I plus plus. See out, what we have to do is we need to give the coefficient to that one. So that's why we are mentioning enter the coefficient for the exponent here. So what is the exponent here is initially it will be 0. See here how from where it has been started, 0. Initially it is 0, and then for that 0 we will enter one coefficient. It will be incremented. Okay. And then it is checking. It will check with the less than or equals to 4 as like the previous one. So up to 4, we will perform the including of our values to the exponents. Whenever you are reaching to the fifth one, that is, sorry, for value 5, what it is doing, it is being considered as a fail point. Okay. So what are the values we are taking, we have been taken into consideration here are, see, I just mentioned p dot read poly, that is, I call that function. Before calling that function or before performing that function, what it is doing, it is been specifying the array what we have mentioned is an empty one. Okay. After that, at I equals to 0, what is the value now? 0. Enter the coefficient of the exponent 0, 5. Then the array what we are mentioning will be changed into this one. Means whatever the data we are mentioning has been represented in the array like this. So first for 0, 5, 1, 2, there is no exponent, sorry, there is no coefficient for 2 and as well as 3. So these two are mentioned as null only. And coming to the last one, fourth one, which is the exponent 4, which is been specified as a 3. Then what will be the expression here? So we need to write the expression 3x to the power of 4. Read from the reverse, plus there are no x square and x cube is not there. There is a x to the power of 1 value, 2x plus 5 x to the power of 0. So this is the expression what we have given for processing. Okay. By this we will read the polynomial coefficients what we are given for the exponents here. Okay. If we want to get a coefficient, sorry, display a coefficient. So to display a coefficient, what we need to do here is we need to take what highest degree to lowest degree. We need to represent highest means while we are storing, what we are doing, we are storing from lowest to highest. Okay. But while writing or reading, what we need to consider, we need to take the reverse of that one. That is a highest to lowest has to be specified. So that's why this for loop what we have mentioned will be started from the degree here, highest degree, and we need to mention the comparison with the I greater than or equals to 0. And is it been starting with the highest number, then we need to perform the decrement operation. So whenever we are specifying this one, what it is doing is it is been taking a decrement operation here. So the values what we are taken here is how it is going to process C 52003. Five two zero three. Okay. So how it is going to process? At first, what is what how we are going to check is what is a degree value. So here the degree value is equals to 4. Okay. So degree value is 4 and we need to check the conditions here. So first of all, I equals to 4 here. Okay. And we need to check 4 greater than or equals to 0 or not. It is greater than 0. Then what we have to do here is we need to check coefficient of I not equals to 0. So here we need to specify that one. The coefficient what we are mentioning should be not equals to 0 here. So we need to check that thing. So coefficient of I means coefficient of 4. So what is the coefficient of 4 here? Here the coefficient of 4 is 3. Okay. So first, how it is going to process here is, whenever this condition is true, see out the statement. What is the see out the statement here is, read the coefficient of I. Here the coefficient of I is coefficient of 4. The coefficient of 4 is 3. 3 will be written. Along with that one, print x x to the power of what is the I value now? 4. Okay. So we can't write the subscript values or the superscript values while printing now. That's why what they are mentioning here is power of that value cap symbol. Okay. And next, we need to add another terms to that one and other terms also there. So what we need to do here is, when I not equals to 4, so sorry 0, 4 which is not equals to 0, as the condition is true, then what we need to do, we need to add this capital X cap 4 to plus symbol. Okay. So that is the first one. And coming to the next one, decrement the I value. Then what is the I value here? I equals to 3. 3 greater than or equals to 0. Okay. So what is the coefficient of I? 3. So 3, which is being specified as a 0. 0 not equals to 0. So the condition fails and we won't execute this one. And coming to the next one, why we are not executing this one means there is no such coefficient there and there is no need to read that value also. Okay. If you want to consider, there is no such meaning that it is being specified as a null. So there is no need to represent the values also. I equals to means we need to decrement that one. I equals to 2 here decremented, and 2 greater than or equals to 0, condition true. Coefficient of I is 0. I, that is 0 not equals to 0, that is a condition fails, and again it stops execution and decrements it. I equal to 1, comma 1 greater than or equals to 0. Yes, it is true. Now, what is the coefficient of I? The coefficient of I is, that is coefficient of 1 is 2. 2 not equal to 0. Yes, it is true. Then read the value. What is the coefficient of I? 2. Represent, sorry, you need to add to the remaining one. So here 3 x to the power of 4 has been stored there, and plus operation also has been there. 2 x to the power of 1. Okay. And we need to check I value is 1. Sorry, I value is 2. So I value is 1 only, not equals to 0. Okay. Then what we are doing? We are appending a plus value to that one. X to the power of 4 plus 2 x to the power of 1. Again plus. Okay. Next one, another decrementation, I equals to 0, 0 greater than or equals to 0, equals to is there, so the condition is true. 5 is not equals to 0, condition is true. Condition true means coefficient of I has to be appended to the previous one. 3x to the power of 4 plus 2x to the power of 1 plus 5 capital X plus 2 x to the power of 1 again capital X power 0. Okay, see here, now 0 not equals to 0. Here the condition fails. There is no need to add the plus value because that is the end of the expression. So likewise, we will display the polynomial. If you see the next slide, that will be represented like this. See here, 3x4, 3x4, 3x4. Here, no operations has been performed by that one. Why? Because it is having the value which is 0. There is no need to perform the reading operation of that one. That's why these two are left empty. After that, we are having the values as well as that one. X to the power of 0 will be represented, or if not, that is up to our presentation. Okay. So that's about displaying. And coming to the next one, set the coefficient. Means if you want to change the value, what we need to do here is we need to mention the coefficient. So the coefficient will be any type, means we can give the sign or unsigned, and we need to mention the exponent where we want to add that one. So here the coefficient of E means the coefficient of exponent where it is lying. The subscript has to be given here, and we need to give the new value. There is a changing value here. If you see, this is the previous one. So 52003 is the values we are giving. So if you want to update that one, first what we need to do is we need to call up the set function here. So the set function is taking the two parameters here. The first parameter is the value to be changed, and the next parameter is the where I have to change this value. So here I am mentioning the 1. So wherever the subscript is 1, I need to replace that value with the 11. By that we are replacing the value of the polynomial. And get the coefficient means simply we need to mention the exponent here. Means for which degree or for which exponent you want to get the coefficient, you need to specify there. So coefficient of E means coefficient of 0. Coefficient of 0 means x naught. X naught value is 5. So it will display the 5 value. So I want to get the value that is get coefficient of 4. Then what it will return? It return the third value, because the coefficient of 4 what we are representing is representing the value 3 here. So simply we need to mention the address of that one, that is a subscript of that one will be mentioned, and it is been allowing to access the values here. And coming to the next and the last operation here, addition of the two polynomials. How we're going to access this addition of the two polynomials here is we need to take two polynomials into an account, A and B, and we need to check whether which is having the highest degree, because the highest degree one will be taken it as an account, and we need to perform the addition operation based on that one. So if it is A has the highest degree, then the resultant degree value will be the as highest as A. If not, B will be specified. Okay, and by considering this one, what we need to do is we need to take the for loop into an account as it is, as we said, we need to add the corresponding coefficients there. We need to add the corresponding coefficients. If corresponding coefficient is not there, what we need to do? We need to add the null value to that one. So if you go for the here, both are using the 4 only, but some values what we are using has been missing here. So the highest value of the P and then highest value of the Q are represented as a 4 only, but it is been using 410. Okay, 410 only. And when coming to the second one, it is using 4210. Okay, 4210 been using. Whatever the values it is not having will be considered as a null here. Okay, so by adding these two, we will get the resultant polynomial. So the resultant polynomial will be the max of the degree here. So what we are doing, we are having the P and Q. This P and Q will be taken as a and B. It means will be read as a and B. What it is taking is it is taking the values here. So sometimes we have means in the code we are mentioning it is having highest degree, which is having highest degree like that. So if it is not like that, what we need to do is nothing but we simply take the maximum of them. So the resultant degree, R degree means the resultant degree will be the maximum of this one. The maximum value is 4 here. So we need to keep on adding that one. So we need to add the corresponding subscript values. 5 plus 1, 6, 4 plus 2, 6, 0 plus 3, 0, 3, 0, and then 5. Here 66305 will be the answer what we are representing. If we go for the implementation part of these polynomials, if you see this one is using normal specification like arrays concept, and the other one is using linked list concept here. So I am mentioning the structure of a polynomial. So what the polynomial consists of here? It is being specified that it is using uh, a coefficient, a that is power value, and then next any other values there we need mention to that one. So if you want to create polynomials, we are mentioning there are the 3 such polynomials is there, and we need to provide how we are going to access this one. So this has been specified that we can take initially there as a null, and we need to add these values. How we are going to add these values means we need to read the values what we are representing here. So here we need to specify the highest power values. So see the execution. So the highest power value is 3. Means how many values I am giving? I am giving 4 values. 3 means 0, 1, 2, 3. For the second polynomial also, it is taking the same highest power value. It is not mentioning any other value here. 7. So see here, as I said, we can take the polynomial coefficients what we are representing as the sign or unsigned. There is no that restriction that we need to use only the sign variables. So whenever we are using the unsigned variables, what it is doing, it is performing the action, that is addition, and it is assigning the value to that one. So here corresponding values will be added. The degree 3 value here is 2, and here the degree 3 value is 7. So that's why 9, which is being specified. We are reading the magnitude of that value here, and we are placing that thing. Plus 9 x to the power of 3. And the remaining 2 is minus 15 and here is 6. 9, which is the minus magnitude x square plus here the 6 and 22, 28 x to the power of 1, 4 and minus 9, which is specified as the minus 5 x naught. Likewise, we need to perform. So here, how we are going to specify is, we need to enter the polynomial's highest degree. And as I said, by using the for loop, it is reading the polynomial and it is assigning the values to that one, coefficient values to that one. If it is reaching to the null, means end of that one, we are starting, we are ending that one. We are ending the polynomial reading of first one. After that, we need to perform the second polynomial reading here. This is for the first polynomial and we are providing a new line and we are getting to the second polynomial. This second polynomial is specifying same code, and whenever it is reaching to the endpoint. Endpoint means whenever the this one that is a condition fails, the next value, there is no next value to read, then what it is doing, it is ending that one. How it is going to perform the addition here is, we need to take the polynomial power value into the consideration. Whenever the polynomial power value has been specified, then only we need to perform the actions there. So we need to add the coefficients of P1 and P2 and we need to less the power. So that is, we need to decrement the power here. In this loop, what we are performing here is, we are performing the power minus after getting these values. Whenever these two power values are equal, then only we are performing the addition. Means if it is 0, then it should be 0. If not, it won't perform the any action here. After that, all these things are placed into that one. Okay, and coming to the next representation, that is linked list. Here we are using the node representation. In this node representation, we are providing coefficient and the exponent and the link to the other one. With the structure, what we are using has been named as a P pointer. We are using, first we need to create the nodes and then we need to append the nodes. First we will see whether it is appended or not. After that, we need to add the polynomial. Okay, and we are calling the destructor itself after performing the action. So first, initially the polynomial will be sorry, null. The polynomial will be null and we need to append the nodes. Nodes here means we need to add the this poly nodes to the linked list. So here, likewise in stacks and the queues, like that only we are adding the values to that one. And coming to that one, displaying the values. So displaying means simply need that one temporary values what we are having. If the coefficient is there, we need to read that coefficient and then place a plus symbol there and then go for that one. If not is there, if the coefficient is not there, coefficient what we are mentioning is equals to 0, then what it has to do, it has to stop the reading and perform the next action. To perform the addition of that one, what it is doing is, we need to specify whether these are having the same that is exponents or not, same exponent values or not. We need to start in this only. So see here, write them. So if it is less than, or if the exponent is greater than or equals to 0. If it is greater than, we need to take the another link like one. If it is equals to 0, then only we will perform the addition operation and it will be stored. So here I used some nodes here. So here I'm taking the value to be added here is that is value to be the highest degree here is the 5. Here it is the 6. Okay. So whenever we are appended, then only the linked list has been created and it is been trying to add that one. So here in this representation, the first polynomial is having how many? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I didn't mention third. See here, I didn't mention third one. I just gave the value 0, 1, 2, 4, 5. That's all. Okay. So I missed the value third one. Okay. And second polynomial. The second polynomial is having 6, 5, 4, 3, and it is having not having x square value and x naught value. Okay. The resultant matrix here is we need to add the values here. If it is not having the same values, what we need to do? Since here we mentioned that code also. If you see here, this is the addition operation. What we need to do? Null, okay, go for the polynode we have been having. Once it has been created, okay. The exponent what we are mentioning is less than the temp2 exponent. It is not less than, it is greater than. So what we need to do? Go for the another one. It is greater than the exponent 1. What we need to do? We need to read the exponent of that one and we need to place in the temporary value and note that one as a one and it's stored in this representation and go for the next one. The loop will be continued. Next one. Both are having the 5. So what it is doing? It is having that 500 exponent 1 and then exponent 2 are equal. Then what it is doing? It is been performing coefficient 1 plus coefficient 2 and again it been storing the values into that one. So likewise it is performing the actions what we are having here. So that's about the operations what we are having on that one, polynomials. And that is the ADTs. What are the ADTs we are using for presenting the representation? So that's the end of today's class, ma. Thank you.